Hey there, I'm Rob Huddleston. You've probably read some of my blogs, probably already know a little bit about me, but if you don't, just a quick introduction. I've been doing a little bit of a business blog. It's been going for about a year now. Pretty excited about it and really excited to take it to this new level. The video blog is something very new and exciting for me. I've seen it out there quite a bit, seen it do very well for other people, so I wanted to take it to that level. I think I'm going to still keep it going. I'm going to tie it pretty close to the written blog that you see online. Try to get it out there wherever I can. Something new that we're doing, I'm going to put it underneath a different title. We're going to summarize it as Busy Media. Those who have read my blog before, it was summarized as Rob is busy, so we're just going to do it now, Busy Media. A couple of reasons for that. When I started in business, now I'd say 10 years ago, it was all about what is business, summarizing business, and it's gone through such a big change. With that big change, I kind of grew more and more in love with business. So I took this title as a way of saying, summarizing business and media and putting it together for my own passion. We'll talk a little bit about passion moving forward, but just to summarize that name a little bit further, the way I see business now is a common goal for a group of people to execute their dreams and passions. Ultimately, before when asked that, you could ask people just going to college, they could sign up for a business degree right now, and they'd be looking at it going, what is business? They couldn't answer. They'd say it's being a banker or a teller or something along those lines. I think we're summarizing it now, with the different ways that people look at business, the different way people do business, and it's very exciting moving forward. It's almost becoming a passion-driven entity all on its own. That's how I'm going to summarize things going forward, because the biggest part of everything that I do revolves around my passions and my ability to motivate. And that's what I'm here for with you guys right now. Motivate you, drive you, find out what that feeling is that you have that you just can't put a name on yet. How do you move it? How do you work it? How do I get to where I'm going? Just now starting to get that feedback from people on that blog that some of you are probably familiar with. So it's really, really exciting to bring the video part into it. Hopefully we'll get some feedback from everybody. Hopefully I can run with that. But that's a little bit of where we're going right now and what we've done. So it's about a year in the making, a year and a half now. Going forward, it looks pretty good. So let's, as a group, I want to take it to the next level. I want to run with it, see where we go. Ultimately, my passion is to motivate individuals to become greater leaders of tomorrow, plus create some programs in there that can help inspire people to become leaders of tomorrow. We've all talked about my vision. I'll continue to do that. I also want to take a hold of people who are already in the corporate world, see how I can motivate them, coach them, because you can imagine that what happens when you do accomplish your goals, what happens when you are severely successful, when you're at the top end of your game. How do you maintain that level of desire and push forward? So as we move forward, we're going to mature together with that. A lot of it doesn't have to do with any specific amount of knowledge or experience. It all comes from individuals and their perceptions of where they are. Today, just launched the new blog. It was all about passion. Thought it had a pretty nice title. The way that I summarized that, it was the fruits of passion come from the roots of all evil. And where that originated was from my belief that everybody is trying to constantly say you have to chase your passion here. Every motivational speaker, every major business leader out there talks about passion, and I think that we kind of get overwhelmed. It's now a buzzword. It loses some of its effect. You hear them say it, you say, yeah, I know, I need that, whatever, okay, that's great. But as we move forward, we start to grow things together, and one thing that I want to say is that passion is not fun. Passion it's borderline insanity when it comes to passion. So one thing that we need to realize is what is it that makes us tick in terms of what passion is, because it's a struggle. Passion isn't something that they make it sound like it's a great drink, that you just take it and oh, that's what I should have done all along. No, it's not like that at all. In fact, finding your passion is probably one of the biggest challenges of one's life, because there's so many things out there for us to grasp a hold of. So the way I kind of summarized it in what you'll read today was my personal experience with that. And I think that, you know, it's going to be different with individuals, but pretty much along the same way. And my learnings from that, which are kind of very interesting. So we'll start by saying, you know, my personal passion is doing exactly what I'm doing right now. It's talking to you, it's motivating, it's inspiring, it's empowering, it's entertaining, it's having fun, it's getting out there. The other part of it is my personal need to entertain. How did I find that though? I broke it down in the blog as almost setting it up like if anyone is a basketball fan or a sports fan, you'll understand the bracket system. I basically just wrote out all my passions. It was a matter of sitting down and hashing it out. It was one of the very things we'll talk about almost a year and a half ago in my early blogs about how I found my passion and where I was driving. And it took me to 30 before I could identify what my passion was. So anyway, I would take different passions up against each other and then challenge themselves along through the bracket to ultimately, whatever came out on top. All that to say, it was pretty much a given that if I had to look back to when I was a child and what I did just freely and naturally, I pretty much found my passion. I would have known the answer right away. So we're looking at when I was a kid, I would probably on a regular basis try and be the funny guy in the room, try and talk, try and joke, try and get people's attention, always craving attention, always wanting their eyes on me. But it sounds very selfish, but ultimately I never wanted to see anyone happy. In fact, if I could be a part of their day at all, where I inspired them and motivated them and made them happy, I ran with it. I loved it. I craved it. So right then and there, I should have known. But it's sometimes tough, Sometimes you don't connect the dots till you look back, So that's probably one of the biggest things that I realized. We talked about in my blog prior to the one I just dropped today about going back and doing something that you did when you were in grade 9 because it's so free. Kind of when you hit grade 9, you're now expressing yourself and being a little bit more passionate. And when you're a little bit more passionate, there's that buzzword again. But at that time, it's raw. It's like you don't even know what to do with it. You just got it. You want to run with it. You're just carving your name in desks, and it looks cool. And now you're an artist or whatever. For me, it was writing because I could now take my expression to the next level. I could print out a whole bunch, hand it out. My family. I got into poetry. I tried to write books. I did business writing. Did whatever I could just to get something so I could hand it to someone, and then I waited. So the problem with passion is, when I continue to talk through the blog, is that it's great. I found that next step. Okay, that's great. So now I can get it out there. More people can read it. Oh wait, now more people can criticize me. And even worse, and I can't say this enough, but even worse, especially when you're a passionate individual, was that I got praise. That's like pouring fuel on a fire. I took off. I ran with it. And when I ran with it, it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. Now here I am before you, and I'm putting myself out there. First ever blog. It's incredible to have my first ever video blog. I'm just exposing myself to people in terms of just putting it raw, free, no notes, nothing written, just me sitting here talking to you about my personal passions. That's what it's come to. It's another wall for me to bang my head against, to push through, to get to that next. I don't even know what's on the other side of the wall sometimes. That's my own personal passion. And where it takes me, I'll never know. But that's the thing about passion. You gotta chase it. You gotta keep going for the next step, see where it takes you. That's all well and good. But what if that never makes you any money? It shouldn't really matter, and that's ultimately what everyone tries to say. They'll say that, the money will come, follow your passion, things like that, and it's true. Very true, because the fact of the matter is we kind of have to live two lives. And I think that it's, your favorite motivational speakers and your favorite people who inspire you, your business leaders out there will tell you, that they got their passion running, and then they got their career, and it's all in line and it's put together. Well, it's not like that for all of us. So we need to start doing that. This is my personal time here today. And the reason why I'm super excited about where we are is because there's a lot of people who go out there and do blogs, and they'll chase it, they'll run after it, and they're already successful. I'm not exactly where you could say that I'm at the top of my career right now. I have all these different entities. I'm a new father. You can probably hear in the background my kids just waking up as we speak. I'm doing this as we go. A new father. I'm trying to chase a career over here. I'm following my passion over here. But ultimately, I'm lining everything up together. When I line everything up together, I find that passion. I summarized the written blog in saying that everyone talks about work-life balance. Well, ultimately, if you can get everything in line to be chasing your passion, that term will disappear because it's no longer needed. It's all your passion. It's all your life. There is no work-life. It's life. It's how you incorporate family into it and how you incorporate your business aspect into your passion, and you bring it all around in full circle. It's all about delegating your time accurately. But when it all comes down to it, it's one thing with one end game. Slow it down, I'm going to take it back even a little bit further. When I talked about my personal vision, that wasn't easy either, but it was a major part in developing my passion. Because if I don't know where I'm going, then I'm just running freely and my spare time is just getting wasted and thrown out the window. And that's how I look at it. That's my own personal insight. But ultimately, when I created my vision about wanting to create programs to generate leaders of tomorrow, when I came up with that, it put everything in perspective. You know, my personal career over here, as long as I'm doing what my vision says, I'm getting experience, I'm working towards something I'm passionate about, and ultimately I'm contributing to this organization at a different level than everyone else because it's my own personal goal, my own personal passion, and I'm now falling in line with their goals and their directives. And that's how I can justify my 9-to-5 job every week. When I come home, my personal passions, and I take on, this is my personal time, when I'm doing this, it again falls in line with what I want to do. So ultimately, everything's kind of working just like this to come to one ultimate outcome, which is me accomplishing what I really and truly feel makes me me. And now, here I am, one more step. Here's the blog, here's the video blog, here's me out there, I'm exposed, you all know me, you get to see me now, and you get to kind of take it all in. What do you do with it? How do you take that? How do you run with that? What's your next step? You have to take it. You have to guess at something. You have to try something. But you have to learn from it. Whether it's documenting it, whatever the way you can. Whether it's talking about it with other like-minded individuals who share the same goals and aspirations as you. I could summarize this all very quickly. We've talked about a lot of things. Ultimately, passion. We're keeping this video blog basic. We're going to see where it runs. You're going to see where it goes. This is my first one. My first one. But where does it take me? I don't know. But you're right there with me. You're going to find out. You're going to see. You're going to learn a little bit more about me as we go. You get to put my voice to the words that you're reading. And I totally encourage you to give me some feedback. I talked about what drives you. What's your passion? Tell me. I want to know. Tell me how you get there. Tell me, where you messed up. What did you do wrong? What are you doing today? You read my blog, you just tell me about it. I want to know your passions, I want to know your desires. You got to give me that feedback. I'm not here to change anyone's mind about anything. In fact, I got to learn some more. I got to get some more input. I got to run with that. But I need everybody who reads my blog. If you don't waste your time. If you're taking the time to take the information I provide, run with it, try something. I give little tips of the day. I want to know what you did. Don't just sit there. Go out there, do stuff. There's a million blogs for you to read. Today you chose mine. Today you chose mine to watch. Thank you. Thank you so much. Can't even say that enough. But give back to me. I'm not here. I don't want to know. I don't want to bombard you with a bunch of stuff. I have nothing to sell you. All I want to do is sit here, have a conversation, motivate you, empower you, be part of this, grow together, this growing ball of knowledge as one team, one group of like-minded individuals coming together. We need to talk about it. We need to know what's going on. So use this forum. Share with me, copy me on some of your blogs. I want to know. Follow me on Twitter. It's just Rob Huddleston, ROBHUDDLESTON. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Share your information. Let's see where we can go with this. I can't wait for my video blog number 2. Hopefully I got some good stuff for you guys. Hopefully you got something out of this, but I can tell you right now, we're going to take this busy media thing to another level. I'm really excited about it. I want to hear your ideas, where you want to go with me on this. What can I do? What do you like? How do I tap into some other new and exciting things? Share with me. Let's grow. Come on, let's get out there. Thank you. We'll see you next week.